Hey guys, Johnny here. So today I want to talk about a word that a lot of us for ourselves don't apply to ourselves very often. We may apply it to other people in our lives, but not to ourselves, and that word is success. In fact, a lot of us are scared of success. So what I'm doing today is I'm sitting here in the classroom that I am taking care of for the semester while a friend teacher of mine is on leave. And so I'm back in the classroom after, 10 years of being out of the classroom. And it's really put a new perspective on things. You know, being in the mental health world for 10 years and then getting my personal training certification, working in gyms part-time for the past few years, being a coach, working with my own business, starting my own business. It's really put a new flavor on the whole teaching thing. Also, my kids are a little bit older than they were back then. 10 years difference. My oldest was 10 back then, and now she's 20. And then I have my two younger, my little preteen baby, and then my teenager, who's 13 this year, almost 14. So a lot of things have changed in my personal life as well, and my mom life, as well as things that have changed in my personal career life. But one of the things that I have learned through this process is the fact that even the bravest of us can be very scared of success. Now, I want to put this into terms for you that might be a little bit easier for you to handle. So, when you are talking to your own children, for example, and if you don't have kids, then think about nieces, nephews, or any young people that you might want to influence in your life. What would you tell them about success? Just really think about it for a minute. If you are talking to young people, you're going to want them to be successful, right? Even if they're students of yours, or if they're family of yours, or even if they're just, the neighbor's kids. Of course you want them to be successful. You don't want them to hurt in their life more than necessary to learn lessons. You want them to be able to reach their dreams and their goals and their ambitions, right? Now think about yourself. How do you qualify success for yourself? And how do you reach out? And what internal messages do you give yourself? What pep talk do you give yourself about success? Do you tell yourself that you're going to be successful no matter what? Do you tell yourself you're going to figure it out and that you're going to, climb every mountain and cross every land in order to get to your goals? Probably not. You probably let those voices start talking. Oh, who am I to do this? What business do I have being successful? I have no business making a YouTube video for people. I have no business telling other people what to do or giving advice to other people about their lives. I have no business being a motivation coach or a transformation coach or telling people how to run their own businesses. My life XYZ is not. Is that what you would tell your kids? Of course it's not. When I was a mental health counselor and I was working with people who had gotten themselves mixed up in addictions, we don't tell our kids, hey, plan on being an alcoholic for the rest of your life. Or, hey, why don't you start small. Hey, let's smoke some pot together so that we can, move up the chain later on. We don't start off that way, and we certainly don't wish those things on the people that we love. However, for ourselves, it's fair game, right? We can do whatever we want because we're only hurting ourselves. And we know that's not true too, because we hurt the people that we love and we make a poor role model in the end because we're telling everybody else what to do, but then we're not feeding from that advice ourselves. So I was saying this to a friend of mine last night. If you had told me 20 plus years ago that I would be in a classroom setting teaching, I would have told you to go jump in a lake, that you were crazy, because I never, ever, ever wanted to be a teacher. My mother was a teacher, and for me, it was like, I could never do that. I would never be a teacher. Guess what? I was a teacher for over 10 years. When I was a teacher, if you had told me, you're going to go back and get your master's degree in psychology, I might have believed that, but you're going to go on and be a mental health counselor and work with adults in chemical dependency, I would have been like, you're crazy. Go jump in that lake. Again, hope you get wet. Swim nicely. And yet that's what I did for almost 10 more years. If you had told me at the age of 40, I would be getting my personal training certification through National Academy of Sports Medicine, I may not have told you to go jump in a lake at that point, but I would have told you that I thought you were kind of crazy still. because I had no vision in my mind. I had no idea that I would be doing the things that I'm doing right now. If you had told me that I would be running my own business and that I would, or even that I would be a year ago, I told people I will never be back in the classroom again, ever. And guess what? Where am I right now? Where am I sitting right now? And I'm loving it. I mean, the behavior problems are there that you have to deal with, but I look at them in such a different way than I did 10 years ago when I was just a classroom teacher. I see relationships with parents and other staff members in a much different way than I did before. I'm not saying